In a quiet corner of a small town stood an old-age home, a place of forgotten souls. Among them was Margaret. She was once full of laughter and warmth, but time and loneliness had dimmed her glow. She spent her days in a wooden chair by the window, her soft gray hair tied back, her gentle eyes staring at the gate outside. She was waiting. She believed, with all her heart, that any day now, her son Daniel would walk through that gate, smile like he used to, and say, "Mom, I'm here for you." Everyone knew this hope was slowly breaking her. Years ago, after losing her husband, Margaret poured every ounce of love into raising Daniel. She worked 2 jobs, skipped meals, and sacrificed sleep just to give him a life she'd never known. She watched him grow from a shy boy clinging to her to a confident young man who promised, "Mom, I'll take care of you when I grow up." She believed him with every beat of her heart. But life changes. Daniel married and started his own family. The calls grew shorter, the visits less frequent, the excuses became more painful. Then one day, he drove her to the old-age home. "Mom, it's just temporary," he said. Those words echoed in her memory every night as she lay in her small, quiet room, clutching a faded photograph of her son. Yet, despite everything, her hope never wavered. Every morning she woke early, dressed in her best clothes, and dabbed a bit of powder on her wrinkled cheeks. She would sit by the window, her eyes full of hope, and tell the nurse, "My son will come today. I know he will." The nurses, who had grown to love her, never had the heart to disagree. They simply nodded, offering her the kindness she so desperately needed. The seasons changed outside that window. Spring flowers bloomed and dried, autumn leaves fell, winter came and went, but Margaret's hope remained constant. She lived on the memory of a boy who once hugged her tightly and said, "I love you, Mom." That memory was her anchor. One rainy afternoon, as thunder shook the sky, Margaret sat in her usual chair, her eyes fixed on the gate. Her breathing was slower now, her shoulders weaker. "It's been so long, maybe today," she whispered. As the rain fell harder, her thoughts drifted back to Daniel's childhood, his first steps, a nightmare he had, the day he won an award and ran straight into her arms. A soft smile touched her lips as she remembered the warmth of those days. But as the hours passed and no one came, her smile faded, replaced by a tired sadness. That evening, as the lights dimmed, Margaret pressed a hand to her heart. "Maybe tomorrow," she whispered to herself, and slowly closed her eyes. That night, her fragile heart, worn down by years of silent longing, finally grew too tired. By dawn, the staff found her still sitting by the window, her body still, her hands gently holding her son's photograph. Her face was calm, as if she had drifted into a world where she no longer had to wait alone. 2 days later, Daniel arrived. He wasn't there out of love, but because of a formal notice. He walked casually into the home, unaware of the silence that now clung to its walls. When he reached his mother's room, he froze. He saw her empty chair, a neatly folded blanket, and the small framed photo of him on the table. A nurse approached him quietly. "She waited for you every day," she said. "She believed you would come." For the first time in years, Daniel felt something shatter inside him: guilt, regret, and a piercing grief he could no longer escape. He sank into his mother's chair, holding the photograph with trembling hands, tears streaming down his face. He whispered the very words she had longed to hear until her last breath, "Mom, I'm here." But it was too late. The woman who had spent her life loving him had left without hearing it, carrying her hope into the silence of eternity. And in that moment, Daniel finally understood the greatest tragedy in life isn't death. It's making someone wait for the love they deserve until it's too late to give it. Thank you for listening. Remember to cherish the ones who love you.